It's boys with most toys coming at you. Smile! It's Reflector, or now they call him Refraktor in the newer lines. But Reflector, as we'll call him here, is a G1 character, or characters, depends how you want to address it. In the cartoon, he looked the same, except the main guy had a little disc on his chest, which would distinguish between the clones of himself. The original toy was, of course, a Microman toy, then brought into the Transformers line as a mail-away, and it did not have solid colors. Only the middle guy looked as he did in the production model on the G1 cartoon, and the other two guys, one was, I think, a red chest and a blue chest, I think, or a black chest, anyway, but they had also different names. I think Spyglass, I can't remember the three of them, but anyway, the toy had three specific names, and the cartoon, they just said, you know, Reflector, and there was always three of them or more hanging around. And then three of them together combined into the camera mode. And of course, like they had some generic jets too in the original G1 first season, because you know, there was way more Autobots to Decepticons, so it kind of was uneven. So they did have a lot of, you know, just painted in guys, soldiers that kind of just appeared depending on the episode and depending on how big the army needed to be. So this is good for army building. So guys, if you want instructions for this guy or these guys, it's going to be in our catalog, of course, and he will be called RF-01. For Reflector, Refraktor, or whatever you want to call him, and we're not going to charge you an arm and a leg for him. He will be in the regular small bot instructions for $4.99. As you know, he is kind of almost the same bots. They are some slight differences, and you would see that when you built it. And but we're not going to nail you for engineering. That really didn't have to happen. So $4.99 for the instructions in PDF form. If you would like this guy, of course, head over to our website, the link below. So, as I said, he's an old school camera for you that are young babies, and for you that are old G1ers like myself, you will recognize this as a camera. But anyway, three components into one camera. So he's kind of a combiner, kind of, isn't he? Anyway, well, at least in his alt mode. So without further ado, let's break him up and change him into his three robot components. So first of all, we're going to want to remove the flash, and I'm going to show you with the neat little bits you can make a little gun like some third-party things. The knob, the top of the camera, and the lens. So you got all these pieces here, and you can, as I do, I just make them into a nice little gun. So you want to stick that there, I don't know, stick this here, and then stick everything together, and now you have a nice turret emplacement for when you transform the robots into their robot mode. And to do that, of course, we're just going to gingerly break them apart into three sections. They're connected in two spots with stud and Technic pins. So you can see they're studs and Technic pins. And the outside guys are opposite because they are backwards. So that's why we're not charging you, because they're almost the same figure, just 3 times. So we're charging you for one figure, but you get, of course, the design for the whole gig of 3 here. So to transform the minion guys, very simple. You can see they're kind of fold up in a box. You're just going to pull down the legs, bring them out, pull down the arms, and everything's nicely ball jointed, so when you do get them all transformed, you can do some nice posing. Bring out the head and spin it around. Okay, you can flip the feet a little bit for stability, and you can see that guy, he's standing right next to his gun installment. And guess what? The other two guys are exactly the same. So we'll do the other minion first. Really quickly for you guys. Flip, flip, and flip. Bring the hands down. This guy can be jogging or whatever. Okay, and then the boss, Refraktor, the one with the dot in the center, same thing, except he was facing forward. These guys, the green bits, were facing back in robot mode. Flip out those feet to give stability and a nice A stance. Pull out the arms. Flip out the head and 180 around. Okay, so there's the boss. There's Reflector, Refraktor, whatever you want to call him. The 3 robots that become one camera. And as I said, you can put the extra components together and make a nice cannon. So these guys can be like guarding your base or whatever. So it's pretty cool. So as I said, if you're interested in instructions to build your own crazy camera bot that breaks into 3, you can go to our website, and this will be called RF-01, of course, and you can check out all the other crazy creations we've done there. So, hope you've enjoyed this one. You may have remembered we did do one a while back, but again, the scale was kind of wacky, like our Insecticons. It was kind of too big, not small enough, so I shrunk these guys down. So they are the same height as our standard car robots, so they can battle on my shelf quite nicely and in for displays when we're out in public. So, until next time everyone, happy building. Don't forget to click below and get the instructions for this guy if you so desire. Until next time everyone, happy building and take care.